Rogers. Hi, Ramona.
Hello,
You
hello,
are,
hello, Jennifer.
I'm so happy to have you. You are on board as the team of the second annual Global Healing Motivational Summit. I'm so excited to have you on board as part of this team. You have been my backbone, let me tell you, in planning this summit. How are you?
I am awesome and I am so excited about connecting with you and supporting the actual second annual Healing and Motivational Summit. I have had a blast in the last couple of weeks planning, and the excitement is through the roof. And
Oh,
I
great.
am just thrilled to see how many people are just volunteering and
Oh,
jumping
right.
in and just giving their resources, giving their time, giving their energy, and excited about being a part of it. So that is the most exciting part for me. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be a part of it. Thank you so much for having me.
It's truly has been an amazing time putting it together because, like you said, there's just so many people in the community who have come out and outpouring support to really dedicate their time to doing this for free. Because remember, it's a free event, and
Yes.
it's just amazing that the power of community, that power of unity, and how everybody is just putting all their thoughts and ideas together to really make this a collaborative effort. I'm just so grateful for that.
Yes, it is. And the main word that you have just used that really resonates with me and that I have heard time and time again, especially recently on Clubhouse and even on some of the other platforms that I've been on, is the word power. And that is precisely what it is. It is just the power of, like you just said, community. And there is no better time than now, especially
Right.
now in this pandemic for the last 18 months plus, actually, and with it actually taking off again, and getting worse in some cities, and people just are at their wits' end when they just felt like it was starting to get better
I
and just
know.
feeling like they were going to have their freedom or having a little ounce or inkling of normalcy, then all of a sudden to have that little bit of freedom or power, so to speak, taken back. So with that said, this is definitely perfect timing for you to come up
Yes.
with this awesome idea of the second annual Healing and Motivational Summit. So no better time like the present.
So tell us a little bit about Ramona, what you as a person, you as an individual, how you are involved in the summit besides being my backbone. You also are an entrepreneur, you have your own business. Tell us a little bit about you. We want to hear all about you, Ramona.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I am degreed. I have two business degrees in business administration with a specialization in human resources for starters. Not that that necessarily means anything, but that just actually gives you a little bit of idea of where I come from, my mindset, my background, and from a career standpoint. Anyway, I don't really use it a whole lot, but I had the privilege of working for a franchise organization where I received a lot of professional training in the area of interpersonal skills. So communication, as you probably have found out, is one of my strengths,
Oh, yeah, we got
um,
that.
that I take great pride in. So I'm also a speaker as well, and that's one of the areas that I'm really starting to go back and focus on right now,
Right.
because with every single one of these platforms now primarily going to and focusing more on audio. I know Clubhouse is strictly audio, but all of the other platforms are now starting to gravitate towards primarily audio or focusing on audio as
Right.
well. So with that said, I have definitely learned by jumping back on to a lot of these different platforms that the power, again, that famous word or that popular word lately, that the power of one's voice and how it impacts and can impact lives. And I definitely plan to use my speaking ability and the power of my voice to impact lives, because my ultimate goal, and this is me in my newly found entrepreneurial ship venture for the last 18 months, is primarily exactly what I'm set out to do. My main goal, my big goal, that C type goal, is to impact 1 million women globally.
Oh,
So,
wow.
So the summit, how the summit impacts that is because it has now connected me. We have about 50 to 60 speakers and
Yes, we're
performers,
getting
right?
up there and it's growing every day,
I
believe it or
know
not.
it.
I mean, we have so many people coming out of the woodworks. Actually,
I
today I
know.
signed on a performer. She's a dancer. I said we'd
Wow.
love to have that healing energy of the dance
Oh my
performance
goodness.
because that's all part of healing. The way I look at it is like musical performance. So music, art, therapy,
Yes.
photography,
Yes.
nature, all of this. People love to use this and encourage healing and motivation. So, I mean, the
Absolutely.
speaker list is growing every day.
Yes, absolutely. And it grew fast because we're only in what, the second week, maybe
Yes,
second week and a
second
few
week of
days of
planning.
planning.
I know, I
Is
know.
that not astronomical how quickly it grew? It just blew up. And I was so glad that I was brought in to assist you and refresher Sean Jackson as well. And this also coincides with a couple of my other businesses that I have running simultaneously with the speaking business that I'm getting ready to relaunch, actually. So I also am an investor with I Am Mastery Academy, trading in the foreign exchange market as well, which is one of my loves. Had no idea how much I would love it. I have an older daughter, Raven Smith, who's also in the business as well and absolutely fell in love with trading as well.
Oh my
Fell
God,
in love
that's
with,
awesome. I love
yeah,
that your daughter's involved because you know what? That
yes,
brings me back to financial literacy and
yes,
how important it is to teach our children that from a young age. I was just having this conversation with somebody about, teaching our children those skills and
right,
entrepreneurship and financial literacy. So I love that you
absolutely.
got her involved so young.
Absolutely. And there is, again, just like the summit, there's no better time than the present, right? Where so many people in the pandemic had to do some sort of transition or pivot or shifting in
Right.
terms of their careers because so many companies either started doing furloughs, started laying off, and things of that nature. So people
Right.
realized very quickly that they ended up having to find something else or resort to
Right.
creating something else, right?
Exactly.
From home, from the safety of their own home, where they would be safe from the pandemic, for one, and still be able to make a living and create wealth and financial freedom,
Right.
just as they were in their career or whatever it was that they were actually doing before the pandemic actually hit. So that's one of my loves, and that's one of the things that I really am really, really grateful for because I actually joined just before the pandemic. So I
Oh,
joined
wow. Perfect
December of
timing.
2019, and then the pandemic hit just 90 days later, March of 2020.
Yeah.
So
And
so
that
that
that's
was just
key.
divine intervention, divine, whatever it is that you
Right.
want to call it, it was just perfect timing and
And
a
that's what it's
divine
all about
connection.
is that timing, especially now during the pandemic and the way things are looking. Hopefully we don't go back into a lockdown. We're praying and hoping that doesn't happen. But
Right.
that's why this summit is really part of that, is to bring that hope and healing and motivation to the communities,
Yes.
provide the opportunity, provide the platform and the voice for so many wonderful people who have such great things to share and spread through their love and through their high energy. And you are definitely one of those people, Ramona. So I'm so happy that you have come on board and you are part of this team and you are a friend for life. I will have to say that as well.
Absolutely. No
You
doubt.
guys, and you have definitely motivated me and inspired me in so many ways. So I'm so happy to have you as part of this annual summit. And
Awesome.
we will have to get refresher on. I know Sean is busy working, but he plays many hats. But he's been an
Yes.
integral part of this planning as well.
Absolutely.
And if it wasn't for him, I don't know if we were going to be brought together. So we definitely have to give him a shout out also.
Awesome, awesome. Absolutely. And you have inspired me in many ways as well, whether you know it or not. I think I've shared that with you as well,
Yes.
too. And so you have definitely been an inspiration for me as well. Just looking and listening to your story and everything that you've been through and how you still find the time to create as well as create spaces for other people who may be dealing with some similar issues in terms of chronic illnesses and things like that. So even though I personally have not, I do know people who have. So
Right.
I definitely want to lend my voice, helping hand, do contribution in whatever way I possibly can to make sure that I can continue to contribute to in some way, shape, or form to anybody who might need that motivation or inspiration or uplifting. So that's what I also do is I coach. I have coached for approximately 20 years in various businesses, but I'm back to doing that. And my main purpose of coaching is to empower and inspire women in finding their purpose and creating financial freedom and generational wealth for themselves as well, especially single women, considering that I found myself back into that area of being a single woman in the last 4 years after a divorce. So with that said, my primary focus is definitely single women, but of course, women at any level,
Oh, of
whether they're,
course, right.
of course, there's women at every level, whether they're married or not. And there are some women who are struggling in their relationships as well as in their marriage, which feel single or feel like they're out there alone. And we want to let them know that they definitely have somebody out here rooting for them and supporting them as well. So,
Well, women need empowerment all around. So I definitely resonate with that. I'm all about
absolutely.
empowerment, and you are an empowering woman. So you are definitely doing a great deed and service to this community. And it's all about giving back. So we are teaming up to give back to
Absolutely.
the community. And I love that. Love, love, love that. So we're doing
Absolutely.
great things. So
Yes.
thank you so much, Ramona, for joining me today. And we have to tell everybody, please, please make sure you register for the second annual Healing Motivational Summit. It's a
Absolutely.
3-day live streaming event happening on September 17th, 18th, and 19th. We have, like Ramona said, about 50 to 60 speakers and performers. It's going to be an epic, epic event. I'm speaking life into it, like Ramona always tells me, manifest it, visualize it, and it'll happen. Because Ramona knows I was like so stressed about this.
That's right.
Oh, it's going to be fine. So she has
That's
definitely
right.
reassured
That's
me in so
right.
many ways.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I already told you that it is done. And even though your vision was smaller, God had a bigger plan.
Right,
And
right.
you got blindsided by the bigger plan a little bit,
I
but you know
did.
what?
I
You
did.
never
Well, when you
know.
have the refresher involved, what Sean
Yes.
Jackson? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. But you know what? He had a bigger plan, so he brought more people to help you. So
Right.
that's how I look
Well,
at it.
what I
So
love about him is that he dreams big and he sees big, and he taught
yes,
me to dream big and see big. So if there's
awesome.
anything I learned from him, that's definitely one it is. So
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's always great to have people like that in your corner, though, that
right.
pushes you to the next level, makes you think bigger, and by doing so, look at what you have now stumbled upon. This is your
And,
second annual. The first one was pre-recorded, so you explained to me, right?
right, right.
And it was on a much smaller scale. So now here in just a couple of weeks, if that's not a testament to the fact that you definitely needed, we all, the
Right.
community, the world, needed something just like this. And here you are, the beacon for all of us to the light, for all of us to follow and support you is a pleasure. It's an honor. So I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to definitely let you know that I am thrilled and you have my 100% commitment and support. And this is not our last venture. This is just
No,
the
it's not.
beginning.
This is just the
This is just the
beginning.
beginning. Yeah, you were on one of my leaders' calls yesterday, actually. So I appreciate you getting on that call, and you seem to really be excited about that as well.
Yes,
So,
no, definitely. I'm going to support you 100% in everything that we do together, Ramona. 100%.
absolutely.
And we needed each other. I have to say, during this time, I leaned on everybody, and it's been a really great opportunity to find some good friends throughout this time. So
Awesome.
yeah. Well, thanks
Yes.
again, Ramona. I know you have a busy schedule, busy day. We actually have to host a room in a little bit on Clubhouse to give some updates about the summit.
Awesome. So yes, I will definitely participate in that as well and see you there.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks,
Thank
Ramona.
you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
All righty.
Have a good one. Bye,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye-bye.